Hey y'all, Captain Irix Guy here, and I wanted to talk about things to do while in port in Bermuda. So if you take a cruise to Bermuda, more than likely you're going to be docked at a place called King's Wharf, also known as the West End or the Royal Naval Dockyard. So it's kind of on the westernmost tip of Bermuda. If you look at Bermuda, it's an interesting group of islands, and it's the absolute west tip. Now, when you get there, depending upon your comfort level, and I would highly recommend it, what I would definitely do is rent a moped. But I would rent the moped in advance through, there's several places where you can rent a moped in Bermuda. One that's right there beside the cruise ship port is called Oleander Cycles. So you may want to check them out. And I think there's some others as well, Elbow Beach Cycles, and just do a Google search and you'll find a lot. But a moped's the best way to get around, because if you're in port in Bermuda, more than likely you don't want to just stay at the cruise ship port, because it's not going to be the way to experience Bermuda. So the moped's the best way to get around. You cannot rent a car in Bermuda. Cars are reserved for residents only. So your only other options would be to get on a bus, that's decent. I mean, that's a somewhat affordable way to get around. And then there's also the taxi. The taxis are quite expensive. But the advantage to having a moped is that you can just go wherever and pull off to the beach and just have a good time. And it's easy to go from west end of Bermuda all the way to the east end where St. George's is, and that tip of the island within a few hours. So it's a great way to get out and see everything that's there, see the beaches. Now, if you're not into if that's something that wouldn't interest you, another option would be to get like a snorkel trip out of the West End and go out and snorkel some of the shipwrecks like the Montana and the Constellation. That would be an option. You could if you wanted to take a short bus ride from the West End, you could go to Horseshoe Bay. That's a really nice white sand. Well, actually, they call it pink sand because it does kind of have a pink color to it, because of the coral that's in the sand. You could go to Horseshoe Bay and just make it a beach day while you're in port in Bermuda. And if you don't care about beaches, there's an abundance of shops on the West End, everything from food to clothing and arts and crafts and jewelry and stuff like that. You can check that out. There is some good food throughout. Well, the food throughout Bermuda is good. You definitely want to have some Bermudian fish chowder while you're there. And if you don't leave the cruise ship port area, there's a place called Bonefish Grill. You'll see it right when you walk off the cruise ship, and they've got really good Bermudian fish chowder. Their other food's great too. Their fish, they've got a fish that they do this banana type sauce on top of. It's really good. And then also their rum swizzle's good. So they've just got a variety of good food there. But I would definitely recommend, while in port in Bermuda, I would definitely recommend the moped, because the moped is going to be the way to really get out and see and a lot of people think it's an island, but actually Bermuda is a group of islands. So if you have a moped, you can go out and drive around all the various parts of Bermuda. It's very safe. Obviously there is traffic, so if you're not comfortable driving a moped or riding a bicycle or anything like that, it may be seem a little bit scary at times because of the traffic. But I wouldn't let that deter me. I mean, I've spent weeks riding a moped around Bermuda and didn't have any problems. So that's my recommendation. Now, if you have any specific questions, drop me a line. I'm pretty familiar with Bermuda. Been there quite a bit, and it's just a great place. Yep. Whoa. So yeah, drop me a line if there's anything in particular that you're curious about, and I'll do my best to provide you with some candid feedback. And thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe, youtube.com/IrixGuy. Check out my playlist of Bermuda videos. I got a few hundred. I've also got the Virgin Islands. I've got the Cayman Islands. I've got more and more. So just check it out, subscribe, share with others, and y'all have a good day.